from a security perspective, what is all this shift to remote work really? What's the implication of that?
Yeah, so from a security perspective, and then in particular, if you were to focus on the availability aspects of security, right? So are your services up and running? Are they performing, in the manner that you expect them to? Just the availability of these resources is now critical to the very core of the business, right? Until pre-pandemic, you may have a lot of enterprises would have been concerned about the availability of their e-commerce services, like retail. Am I able to fulfill customer orders? Like those would have been like the key kind of aspects of business that you may have kind of focused on. Right now, like with all of your employees using VPN to get to critical services within the enterprise, you have to worry about the availability of your VPN service. Is it provisioned sufficiently? Is it able to service all the employees that we have out there? And then in particular, like is it able to withstand the adversary, what and their threats to your availability?
So, I mean, obviously a VPN was always part of the threat vector, right? But you're saying, that a VPN concentrator maybe was just not something that was the top of what they were targeting in the past. And so now suddenly, because of those work from home shift, that's changing. Is that what you're saying? Or
Yeah, no, I mean, I'd say that like VPN as a means of guarding confidentiality. So like, I mean, making sure that somebody who isn't supposed to have access to, critical information within the business doesn't get access to it. Like that has been well understood. That it's almost like the genesis of the VPN, right? And something that we have come to kind of protect over the course of decades now. What right now, like what the point that I'm trying to drive home is the availability of the VPN is also under threat.
I
So
see.
so your VPN might still be keeping the bad guys out, but if the VPN isn't working, it's also keeping the good guys out, your employees, the people who need to get to the resources behind it. And so that's another kind of threat activity that we had predicted would rise during this period, and we've seen like subsequently like numerous attacks against VPN services.